Is your partner or your ex a fearful avoidant or are they a dismissive avoidant? And what is the difference? The difference is the core wound, the wound behind their avoidance. Now, dismissive avoidance, the core wound is defectiveness, feeling like they are defective and unlovable. The core wound behind fearful avoidant attachment is betrayal. That love equals pain. Anybody you love will betray you and abandon you. So, how does that form? With dismissive avoidance, it comes from profound, consistent childhood emotional neglect. Dismissive avoidance generally grow up in households that are relatively stable, but you don't talk about feelings and their own feelings and needs are rejected and dismissed. Very stoic, stuffy households where you don't talk about your feelings and you put on a happy face. And often they have parents that have very high expectations, really demand success out of them, and at least one parent that can be very, very critical. But dismissive avoidance generally do not have capital T or often even lower T trauma. Usually not abuse, usually not chaos, stability, but without the emotional nurturing. And they personalize it growing up to feel defective and unlovable. And that's why they are terrified of emotional closeness, because their fear is if I lower my walls and I let my partner in, my partner's going to figure out that I'm defective. They're going to figure out that I'm unlovable and they're going to reject me. So vulnerability and intimacy equals rejection. That's why they struggle with commitment. That's why they struggle with conflict and expectations. The fear is that they'll be exposed as being defective. Fearful avoidance, on the other hand, they do have disorganized attachment, meaning they have both an anxious attachment style as well as a dismissive avoidant attachment style. And as a matter of fact, many of the people that claim that they're anxious attachers that come to me are actually fearful avoidants. They just don't realize it. But their anxious side has been activated due to getting in relationships with people that are more dismissive or narcissistic. Now, they also experience emotional neglect in childhood, but they also experience some sort of trauma or chaos. Somebody that was supposed to be there for them, like a parent or a caretaker, betrayed their trust, wasn't there for them the way that they were supposed to, didn't protect them. So they learned that anybody you love is ultimately going to fail you, betray you, and hurt you. They tend to become hypervigilant in relationships, looking for any inconsistencies to prove that their partner is going to hurt them and betray them. So the core wound is this trust. Fearful avoidants are deep feelers, have strong emotions. They're the fighters. Dismissive avoidants, they are shallow feelers. They suppress emotions and they really run from conflict at all